Hello, my name is Cindy Owsley, and Doug Carey asked me last summer if I would help with this bird and butterfly sanctuary project. And so I agreed to do that, and it's been a lot of fun. The project started in 1998, and since then we've certified 172 yards. If you have any questions at the end of the PowerPoint, then you can send me an email on those, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Hope you enjoy the presentation. Thank you. I love habitat and I love animals. And I think that if you want to sell things, you sell pictures of babies. So of course we're going to sell pictures of tree swallows, screech owls, kestrels, bluebirds, wood duck hen, and ducklings. And these are all off of my habitat project. We also have monarch butterflies, giant swallowtail, tiger swallowtail, great spangled fritillary. Back when there used to be habitat before pioneers came, there was a lot more birds. In our area, this is pretty typical of the habitat that you see right now. There's nothing there for anybody to eat. Oh, wait, a nice little patch of chrysanthemums up here in the corner and this tired, scraggly little old tree. They really aren't going to provide for any wildlife. Then on the other side of the spectrum, you have my brother's 3-acre daylily project, and he hybridizes these. They really provide very little wildlife food. I kind of think of it as pollinator potato chips because there's nothing in there for anyone to eat. This is Angela Morehouse. She's my mentor, and she's the Conservancy Illinois Nature Preserve Commission's biologist. And she challenged herself to identify and photograph insects. She's up to 2,830 now. So when you compare that to how many birds that you have on your birding list, and then think of 2,830, and that's just phenomenal to me. My little project of 35 acres, she estimates has about 600 to 700 different species. And she still comes back there because she's finding more species. If you'd like to apply for the Illinois Audubon Society Bird and Butterfly Project, what you do is go on the website and you load this where it says the Bird and Butterfly Sanctuary. There's tells about the program, and it has this nice brochure booklet that you can request, and Joe will send that to you for free. You can download an application, or you can send one on through the email. And what happens when you do this application is that you're going to identify the 4 elements of the habitat. You're going to tell how you handle weeds. We like people to not be using a lot of chemicals unless you're having a really large project. How you encourage others to improve their habitat, and then they wrap it up with some pictures. You hit submit, and then Joe sends me this application and I review it. What I'm looking for when I review these is how well they're doing with their habitat. And I try to find things that I can expand upon, such as that maybe they need to get rid of an invasive species or something like that. Then once I approve that, Joe sends them the sign and they're good to go. One of the applications that I got that I was totally impressed with was this one. And it was, if you count this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages long. The person did a super job with telling about how they've attracted wildlife with a minimum of chemicals, and how they educated other people. And they have a really long list of different native plants that they've used. It's just fabulous. And they've incorporated grasses and sedges as well as trees and shrubs. So as I look at these applications, they're really impressive because the people are so proud of their projects. So this particular one's talking about having different types of feeders. They have a garden pond, they have streams, something's always blooming. The observation that the cultivars and the non-natives don't attract as much wildlife, that they're looking at trying to attract insects and having butterfly larval sources, as well as having trees and shrubs. And that they are wanting to teach other people about using natives. So this was an extraordinary application. We don't get ones that are quite this good, but usually they're quite good. So this is an example of our sign, and the photograph is from this person's lawn. The passion that these homeowners have for their habitat's just amazing, and we can't buy that kind of publicity. When you have large tracts of grasslands like Nachusa, that's just fabulous and it's ideal, but there aren't a lot of places where we can develop more habitat like that. So instead of trying to have these large pieces, I would submit if everybody took even a small piece of their yard, not the whole yard even, but just a little piece, imagine what an impact that we could have. This is my 88-year-old mother in her walker, and she's growing a little bit of flowers for the pollinators. So I'm asking you, is this something that you can do?